That. Here we is. Wait, folks, get back in here. No, 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 no. Dump, 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 dump. Have to break that other one off there. Dum, da, dum, da, dum, da, dum, 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 dum. Is that better? Are you sure? Tell you what, I about went out my mind. Everybody's going to be here, gets in here. I'll explain what happened. Linda, okay, howdy. Yeah, Susie, hello again. Melinda Dawson. Yeah, I'm saying let's try this again. I see my little bit back there behind me. I'm keeping Elaine out of the frame this time. She says she don't feel good. She don't want to be seen not feeling good. So it's just on me. So dun, 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 dun. We have had us a time. It's a mask something. I don't know. What's up, Avid? Sizey? No, no. Avid on there. He typed in Sizey, Sizie. Oh, Susie. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, we. Susie said, I am because I'm not going outside. I don't blame you. I'm not going outside either if I can help it. We got reports we might get at least some sleep. Really, the report she was watching before we got on here was talking about this thing coming, and from what she can tell, we might get some sleep. But it's going to be cold. And if there's any wetness on the roads, uh, we ain't going nowhere because it'll be ice. We ain't going nowhere tomorrow anyway, just in case. Yeah, we got us another day off tomorrow, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday too. Depending on how things are. Ouch, Avid. That's cold. That hurts me just thinking about it. Y'all see, I got me a t-shirt on, and I got me a sweatshirt on too, and that's inside the house. We got 3 heaters going, trying to keep this place warm. The best it can do is 72, and it's reading 44 outside. Then the Okie, you ain't much better at 4 degrees. Avid, if you ever catch me, you better put that cage inside because you'll have a dead frozen piggy if you have it outside. You ain't gonna catch a piggy outside for piggies like me ain't gonna go out there. That's it. And if you chase me in a car, guess what? I know you got racing in your past, but I'm pretty good too. I'm one of those that get out there and I intimidate the intimidators. I've uh, shocked a few intimidators out there. Josie, how are we? I said, don't worry, Piggy. The cage has to open the door to a warm place.
He just said it's warmed up there, and said it's finally -1 with wind chill -12, 13.
Oh, Susie, uh.
It's too cold.
Piggy don't like it cold, especially not that cold.
I think the last time I got that cold was 2013.
Yeah, 2013. We go through the day and midday. The high was 0.
We had to get out and go. We didn't have a choice.
I would not make it as an Arctic adventurer.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. I will. It's the weather.
Yeah, weather this old house messes us up.
Yeah, my sinuses. I just I feel rough.
No thanks, Avid. The most I want to go is about 85 for the high, and the lowest I want to go is about 60 for a low. That would be my ideal.
My ideal is keep it between 68 and 76.
That would work too.
Actually, just keep it between 70 and 78. That'll work.
Yeah, we got, and in this house we got less than 950 square feet. Might be
It's right around
850 square feet. We got 3 decent space heaters working. One ain't shut off. The other one shuts off and everything. And the other two shuts off and keeping back here somewhat warm, but in here we can't get above 72.
Last year,
Sappy!
yeah, last year it stayed about 78 in here when it's sitting on 70.
Yeah, but when folks who know more than me went to working on things, changed all that. Go figure. Yeah, folks, we had a heck of a time. Last week, couldn't get into StreamYard, so I used her phone. I'm using her phone now. But on my phone, couldn't get into it. I tried to log into it off mine. Normally, it had an icon on there for apps, and normally all I'd do is hit it, and in I'd go. But something has happened. I can't get it to do that. It'll go to a login screen. Well, when I try to log into it, it tells me it can't. It says I got uh, cookies disabled. Well, I went through both my browsers. Well, I went through one of my browsers, my Chrome, which works through, and made sure that cookies were turned on, if they were enabled. Go back to it, and still says the same thing. I got cookies disabled. So it has to be on that phone itself somewhere. So I got to try to figure that out. I can't find it yet. So anyway, I get a bright idea. Well, I'll just do it. Go live on YouTube. That was almost as bad as trying to get on the StreamYard. Anyway, so I tried taking the app off my phone, and I went back to the Play Store. Well, guess what I cannot find on the Play Store? StreamYard. But what it does bring up is this thing called Big O. and it's got some kind of little caricature next to it. Big O, Bigo, live. Kind of looks like a ghost of the Piggy. Okay, can't find it. So I said, okay, I'll just do YouTube. Go live on YouTube. I get on YouTube, and it was telling me that I needed to rotate a screen because it was off. Well, folks, auto rotate is automatically on that phone. It automatically rotates, and it was showing me like y'all see me now, but it was saying I needed to rotate it and was showing y'all vertical. Well, try to work with it, and I won't say what the rest went on. We it got a little hot in here in certain ways because you know. Well, I won't go into it, but let's just say it got a little hot in here. And Piggy got a little frustrated, and Piggy said so. But anyway, so I told her just give me hers, set me up on hers, and get it on her stream yard and go from there. But YouTube's messed up. Well, well on YouTube on the main page, I put a search for going live, and guess what popped up on it at the very top? Big O live download. So my thinking is they got to be something going on between YouTube and StreamYard because for some reason I got tired Rick, howdy.
Hey, Rick.
So I got knocked off of it and I can't get it back because it's not on the Play Store. It's just not there. So I thought, well, I'll try to just go to it from my browser. You don't have cookies enabled. Yes, I do. I checked it on my main computer to make sure that it would allow cookies. But it's telling me that I've got cookies blocked. So there's something severely messed up. I'm gonna dig into that phone best I can. Try to find a setting somewhere in there for the phone itself to see if that's the problem. If not, might be calling Samsung saying, "What the heck is wrong with your dang phone? I thought it was supposed to be home diggity." Oh, Susie, if you only knew. I do have some triggers. She knows what they are. And a lot of times she fires that thing off without realizing it. We have different ways of communicating. One of them is I'll say something and she'll take it as the opposite of what I said. And then we spend 5 minutes of me trying to explain it. And then she's like, oh, well, I thought, yeah, well, that's the problem. Listen to what I say, how I say it, and there won't be no problems. Susie, yeah, I know you'd rather say that the other way.
There are days everybody's going to be thankful I'm not videoing and not doing a live stream because there are days that I am nothing but a smarty pants.
And there are days when the piggy will rant. I don't put that on video because I got some pet peeves and I got my reasons for them. And communication is one of them. You know, because you can tell when somebody assumed a lot of what you said instead of actually having listened to what you said. Everybody does it. I'm guilty too. But I try to be more aware of it. I didn't hear you for a second, but I'll admit your show is funnier. But joke, I like them both the same. You talking about me and Elaine? See, on Elaine's, I'm just a little bit of comic relief in the background.
Yeah.
On here, there ain't no telling what I'm about to say. On mine. Actually, it's hers. I just provide the content. So,
Piggy goes into a lot of things that I know, which that's fine because that's what it's for.
Elaine has a hard time focusing on things too, as far as visual sight. Of course, now when she's focused on something, on doing a task, you could be a freight train going by, she wouldn't know it. Trust me.
I can get distracted easily too. I'll be doing something and realize I need to do this other thing, and I get started on it and forget what I was working on.
Yeah, she goes off into her own little world in her mind when she's on that computer doing all the stuff she's got to do. And trust me, she got a lot of stuff she got to do. Don't get me wrong. So a good focus is not a bad thing. But that, folks, there's been times I've had to do my Marine Corps yell 2 or 3 times to get her to look up. That's how focused she will get. Aaron!
Hey, Aaron.
Oh, this little piggy had something to say. This little piggy didn't. So this little piggy grabbed a pair of drumsticks and said, "Come on, Eileen." Rita!
Hi, Miss Rita.
How you doing?
I'm glad you saved that. Your pup, Aaron.
Let me, what all did we get in that? We got this.
The card and that. I will get the other.
You'll get in the screen.
That's okay.
I'll block it. I'll block it.
That's okay.
I'll block it.
Coming back.
She's coming back. So I got to block it again. Block, 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 block. All right. Yeah, I got the card right over here.
Okay.
I'll show the outside of it. Okay. I was going to wait. Hope that those who say I'm going to do a bit of a mail call meal. What am I talking about? Do a bit of a mail call. Yesterday we got 2 deliveries. One was for her that you did last night.
Yeah, it's over on your table. I gotta get it put up.
And one was for me. And if she comes in here, I'll ask her if it's okay to read this. But anyway, one of the things that they sent me, and I'll say who it was here in a minute. Y'all have no doubt who it was here in a minute. Teresa! Linda Okie, that's me. You know, I like one-on-one. Because you get more than one, you know, what usually happens when there's more than me and someone else, I become the C in an A-B conversation. I wind up just walking out.
Hey, Teresa.
Didn't you do macaroni for Wendy? Anyway, going to start out with, we got a little refrigerator magnet. Christine, Mrs. Gilden Farms. So we put that on the fridge next to Ginger's magnet sticker, not for nothing homestead. There's that. And inside of that, y'all see how pretty that writing is. Ain't that some beautiful writing? Oh, Christine GTO. Christine, is it all right to read what you wrote inside of this?
We love the magnet too, Lynn. That's nice. I love magnets.
I love refrigerator magnets. Anyway, she sent a beautiful card.
I said, absolutely.
Okay. Folks, this is what she wrote from her and Johnny at Gillen Farms. Said, Piggy, thank you for your friendship and support. I love you both, Johnny and Christine. I know it was Christine that wrote this. Her writing too pretty. Johnny's old farm boy. He probably like me. He probably don't write that good.
You're not like Christine. You're on top of you. That's all that matters.
It's like I explained to Dale at 9 Acre Farms. You're not late. You were here at the appointed time that God had for you to be here. Had you not been able to show up at all, that would have been because, for some reason, God didn't want you there at that time. You watching on the replay. So you're never late. You're always right on time. Because God's got this thing planned out all the way to the end, from beginning to end. And folks, there's one other thing that was in that box. And I'm just going to tell you, it looks like a sage green that is on the item. And sage green happens to be Eileen's favorite color. If it's not a sage green, it's real close. But sage green is Eileen's favorite color. And it's working on me. A lot of that has to do with it's Eileen's favorite color. But folks, this is the other thing they got sent in that box. Hope y'all can see that well. Did they see that?
And you go down just a little bit more. See it better when you're sitting there. There you go. Yeah. Feeling bummed. I like that. That's
nice. Yes, she does, Christine. She certainly does.
Well, I got Piggy, so yeah, I got great taste.
And folks, that's just proof that God has a sense of humor.
He does roosters. Fighting roosters. That's a breeder, crab hens, and game hens.
Yeah. Ain't it though, Melinda? And this is what I got sent in the box.
Hey, Johnny Small Pepper.
Johnny Small Pepper. Thanks, Susie. Johnny, did you see the hat?
It pretty much does. What's funny, y'all, is that sweatshirt he's got on, even though it is a man's sweatshirt, it used to be mine years and years ago.
I stole it.
Well, he didn't steal it. I gave it to him. That along with the light blue.
It sounded better. But yeah, that just, of course. Now Christine had told me that she had planned on sending this when she sent us the shirts, but she said that Gillum Farms shipping department is getting behind. So
I understand about the shipping department, believe me.
Christine, you'll have to catch a replay on the first part of this to hear about what a time we had getting on here.
I guess we're just gonna start using my phone for it.
I have to until I can see if I can figure out what happened to this.
That's why I bought it anyway, to do the videos.
Right. Man, asking Johnny how he come up with his channel name. Watch video. Woo! It gets spicy. And not in a dirty way. In a very hot on your mouth way. No, if you watch the first part of this, you'll understand why that was. I was going to try to do YouTube, and we set it up for 5:30. It said it was 3 o'clock. And that might be why you got mixed up on that.
Yeah, that's why I don't like doing YouTube live on YouTube.
And YouTube is promoting a thing called Big O Live, BIGO. Because I went to look for StreamYard on my Play Store, so I took the app off my phone so that maybe I could go back to Play Store and reinstall it. Oh, it ain't even on the Play Store. That Big O Live was. And on YouTube, when I put a search for live, it popped up Big O Live. Download. So YouTube is promoting Big O Live. So StreamYard must have fell out of the good graces of YouTube and Google somehow. And that's what I'm thinking has happened. But I'm still going to look for it on here. I'm going to still dig into this thing and see if I can't find where the cookies are on this thing and turn them on. But it will not let me log into StreamYard because it says I got the cookies disabled. When I've made sure that on my browsers, the cookies are enabled. That part's got to be in the phone, and it might yet be the phone. You like that, Lynn? You think that looks good on the old Piggy? That is a pretty hat, I'm gonna tell you. I like that little bit of leather right there. I got a thing for leather.
I told Piggy we might give a hat board to put all his hats on.
Yeah, because this makes 4, including my new Marine Corps hat. I got Pages, I got Derek's. Derek fought 1973. My Marine Corps hat. Now this.
And I got Frozen Sally up here we can put up there. And I got mine.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so I can't say which one's prettiest. I can't show no bias. Yeah, I can. My Marine Corps hat. I'm sorry. That's something near and dear to my heart. So I had other things on my mind the last couple of days. But through the recent snafus, they went away. So I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I will say I got a new subscriber last night, and I subbed up to them, and it is Queen Hess. Queen, Hess. Queen Hess. She is, I made number 75 on her subscriber count. And she is married to a fella who has a channel called The Boring Fisherman. The Boring Fisherman. He's an old jarhead too. And he loves bikes. And he loves hunting and fishing and working on them bikes. Right now, currently riding a Harley Electric Glide, I think he said it was. I think his name is Ken. Well, Christine, I don't know if you read my comment on that, but some of them dummies up there, I can understand why they got confused because you got such a little girl look and just so vibrant and exuberant and just a zest for life. And, so I can understand why them idiots up there got confused. If you got some youngins up there that don't know, never mind. I'm not going to say what was coming to my head. Christine, I would love to see that hat someday, but I would never dare touch it, much less wear it. I do not rate. That'd be that would be like this old E3 going and putting on the 4 stars of a full general. It just ain't done. Well, Christine, I'm 58, working on 59, so
Well, I'll be 55 in July, so
you know, I don't know if Johnny's got me by a little bit or not, but he may be a little older, a little younger. I'm not sure. No, he's right at my age. He's right at my age, ain't he?
I think he's a year or two younger.
Joe, fix it for you.
Hey, Joe.
And yes, she is. Oh shoot, I've got him by a little bit. I'll turn 59 a few months later. Well, Susie, look at it this way. Be thankful they were delivered. You didn't have to go out there to get them.
Amen to that. I just thank God that we got everything we need to get us through.
Yeah. Good. And Christine, you might as well face it. You out there smiling and having a good time. You do not look anything anywhere near 51. I'm just saying. See you handle that flintlock. Isn't that what you called it? And driving that tractor and other things you do. You got you don't look anything near 51. If I took my stuff off, showed you how I look right now, you'd swear I was about 20 years older than what I am. I look it.
Miss Susie's up right there in between me and you on age.
Cool.
Lynn said she has hats that she never made for the family. Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
These style of hats or toboggan style hats or Melinda, with what works the databases at YouTube and other places, they're just confused, period.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I tell you, I did one of mine from in the kitchen once. And now, bear in mind, both channels belong to her. I just provide content on this one. There are reasons for that. Anyway, Anthony Jack!
Hi, Anthony.
Oh yeah, Joe, fix it for you. I love that. I like your pink car. I was like, oh, dang, that's right. But anyway, I did a video from the kitchen. Both channels, her channels now. She gets a thing from YouTube, want to know if she wanted to, what do they call that?
File a copyright claim.
Yeah, they wanted to know if she wanted to file a copyright claim against Piggy's Fiddles because I was in her kitchen. And she owns both channels. So yeah, they just confused, period. I mean, you know, you got a lot of them up there thinking they cats and the other vendor and all sorts of other junk, all like that. They just confused to begin with. Whoa! Hey, yeah, Christine, but I think AI is a little smarter than they are. Christine, you just got a little older mentally and more chilled out mentally and all like that. So yeah, that's why you're a little sweeter than you used to be. So am I. But I have no doubts. Rubber meets the road. How Christine used to be will show up.
Just because you mellow out doesn't mean you forget how to do it.
Yeah, it's just like driving. You know, I've mellowed out on my driving, but I can still kick it when the situation requires it. Like I said, you know, you got them people out there that intimidate others, get up on their bumpers, this, that, and everything, trying to intimidate them, get them out of that way or whatever. I intimidate the intimidators. Oh, really? I understand. So how was that life? Or did you do that life, but you have the same mentality?
Okay, I missed what happened to Joe.
Yeah, he's not been feeling well.
Okay.
Everything he talking about, he's still a little dazed and confused, but most of that's normal. Going to try to get checked out tomorrow. Joe, just be sure he don't want to bend you over and check other things. I had one do that one time.
Yes, Miss Lynn, she does. Miss Christine, when I first saw her, I thought she was Johnny's daughter. No offense to Mr. Johnny, but yeah, I thought she was Johnny's daughter.
Yeah, that's kind of my first thought. She was like, Johnny must have it going on. He got him a young one. But no, he just got a beautiful lady that's obviously took care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, so is Joey. Ginger is a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you wouldn't think she was her age.
She talking about having kids at grown. I'm looking at her like,
so, huh?
How can you have kids your age?
Right.
Yeah, that was my first thought when she was talking about how old the kids were. I was like, huh?
Yeah, Melinda, we do. But like I said, you know, like Christine talking about being a sheepdog, you might mellow out, but that sheepdog's still there. You gotta make sure you don't cross the wrong lines. Christine said you are the first one to think that.
Oh, I'm not the only one.
Well, I mean, you look at Christine, first glance, you think you see a young woman, you know.
Well, I am. 'Cause she is a young woman compared to a lot of women I know. She's a young woman.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, I, I'll tell you about the being mellowing out. I'll tell you a story about a dog I used to have. His name was Moon Doggy. He used to belong to my aunt, the one we take back and forth to that daycare. And, we called him Moon for short. That dog was a tough one. He was mostly German Shepherd, but he may have had a little bit of mix in there of something else, but he was mostly German Shepherd, and he was a light beige and brown, mostly the beige color. And well, Christine, I got the most beautiful woman there is. But anyway, in my eyes,
That's all that matters.
but anyway, around here, he'd go way far down the road, that way and that way. And, just kind of keep a check on things and all like that. Well, at one time, we'd moved, different situation, and there was a fenced in yard where we was at. And it had one of those gates where the fence comes into the driveway a good bit and then closes. And man across the street, he had it going on pretty good. He had some rentals and stuff. Yes, Joe, you are. She's a very good woman. And anyway, there was a porch. It was a double wide trailer. Had a big concrete porch on it, set up kind of high from the driveway, about chest high on me. That's about 4 feet, folks, just so y'all know. And a lot of times he would lay on the corner of that porch. Every once in a while, look up, check on what's going on. Well, that neighbor that owned rentals, he lived down a little dirt road, just a little ways you go. And anyhow, he had this Doberman Pinscher. Now, this Doberman Pinscher had been trained to be a guard dog, to be able to fight. And he liked to go up and down the road. Moon was, by this time, was usually pretty content just to stay mostly in the yard. This Doberman, he liked to go up and down the yard. He had a spiked collar. And, well, that dog started coming in the driveway. Man just look up, look at him, go back to relaxing. That Doberman kept getting closer and closer. Finally got up to the gate. Man just look up, look at him, go back to relaxing. Well, that Doberman must have one day decided, oh, Christine, we all get on each other's nerves from time to time.
Oh, yeah. I get on Piggy's a lot.
But one day that Doberman decided Moon must have been a wimp. So he thought he had the nads to walk inside that gate by about 5 feet. Now, folks, there's about 2.5 car lengths between the porch and that gate. Just saying. Folks, that Doberman walked inside that gate. In the blink of an eye, Moon had jumped from the porch to on top of that Doberman. and had him down on his back in the driveway, dragging him all over that gravel and rock. And then he proceeded to drag him and like that out the gate, down the road, down the dirt road that other guy lived, took him all the way down there, totally freaking messed that dog up, and took him to his home and dropped him off in the yard where that dog was supposed to be. Took that man 6 months of vets and vets bills and all like that to rehab that dog. Moon tore him up that bad. Well, Mooney come back. Oh, he was a smart dog. He knew who was who. He knew property lines uh, and all that. Yeah, I mean, he was smart. He knew where that dog belonged. And he took him to it after he beat the fool out of it. And if he had beat it any worse, it would be dead. But he didn't want to do that. He just giving him a message. Well, after that dog got recouped, he would still walk up and down the road, but he would walk on the other side of the road, and he would not look towards our way. You see him cut his eyes towards our way, make sure Moon wasn't coming after him, but he would not turn his head to look our way. You know, he gave that dog a beating. It would never forget, as long as it lived, and it never looked that way again, and would walk on the other side of the road. So Moon was always, when he was a young dog, he was always playful and everything, all like that. Folks, just for the record, he beat a cougar. There was one night we heard the awfulest yowling. There was well, it wasn't a cougar, it was a panther, but well, it was a cougar. It was a black panther. There'd been reports of it around and all like that, and everything. People were afraid to go outside and everything. And one night, the laundry room, which used to be my bedroom, down below it, where you go into the basement, we heard the awfulest yowling and screeching and everything else. We was fearing the worst. We walk out there, we'd find Moon all shredded apart. Well, we got up the next day after all that, and walked outside, and stood on the stoop. Here come running around the corner of the house from the basement area, Moon, just a spider. He beat the fool out of that Black Panther. There was never again a report of a sighting of that thing. Moon beat his butt. That's a heck of a dog to contend with something like that and be on the better end of it. So when he fought that Doberman didn't know what he was getting into. There's only one dog that ever beat Moon, and it was a full-blown bulldog that had been trained to fight bears. And same man that owned the rentals, it was somebody renting one of his rentals that had it. And that man, knowing how Moon is, knows he is no threat. And Moon could not handle that dog. That was the only dog ever beat him. We got him away from him finally. And the owners of the rentals told the guy renting that place, he said, it's either you or the dog. You got to go or the dog's got to go. Because the owner of the rentals was ready to shoot the dog right then and there. He had his weapon with him. And in less than a week, the guy was gone. You're going to have something like that, you need to have something like that in a cage. I don't like putting animals in a cage, but something like that, you need to have a place well fenced in that you can keep it in with enough room to roam around in, or you need to keep it in a cage because that's not just a dog, that's a weapon, and it's a weapon that has no remorse for what it does. The only thing in Moon's favor was when that dog got a hold of him, he got a hold of him by the scruff and locked in. He wouldn't let go. One of us that was around there took and drop kicked that thing in the nads. Did not phase that dog a bit. Not even the slightest. It's like it didn't happen. You know, something like that's a weapon. That's a killer. And that's why the owner of the rentals told the dude, "You are the dog." And owner of the rentals had his weapon with him. He was ready to put him down right there. In all actuality, that's probably what needed to be done anyway, because I never heard anything about it. But you know, the potential for that killing a kid, you know, way too high to have something like that around. So, anyway, there's that story. Da, da, da. Those that don't listen must feel. Okay, Kristen, I do not understand. I'm lost. And Joe, as far as for you better lace them bootstraps up, get up, and start doing something to kick that thing out of you. Fluff!
Hey, Fluff, welcome in.
How are you doing? Uh, yeah, I was telling y'all about Queen Hess. I subbed up to her last night. She subbed up to me, but so I thought, well, okay, I'll go check her out. And I made 75 on her subscriber count, and I watched some of her shorts and two or three of her videos and liked them and commented on a couple of them. Make sure that the sub sticks. And you know, she doesn't post a whole lot, maybe every couple of weeks, from what I could tell right off the hand. But she's back. She's over there.
Yeah.
And think opposite the way my finger. Well, it's pointing right direction according to this, but yeah, not according to my hand. It's you can go that way to get right because this shows it. Y'all know how that works and everything. But everybody been working at it for about 2 years. Her husband, the boring fisherman, he's been working at it for about 6 years, and he's barely over 1K. I've had them for a little while, Fluff. It's just I wore my other ones for a long time, and anyway, because these glasses aren't the greatest, we went and got me another couple of pair, and they're junk. But getting where I couldn't see it hardly at all with those others, so I went ahead and bit the bullet because about this much at the top I can kind of see. The rest of them, unless I'm looking straight, if I have them like this, I have to be looking straight ahead to be able to get a clear view of whatever. Anything below center ain't worth nothing.
Yeah, we both gonna have to get new glasses here next year. But we ain't going where we went before.
I ain't that old, Fluff. No, they're supposed to be single vision lenses. Uh, and everything. I want them that way because I wind up having to look at a lot of stuff like that. Anyway, uh, I've had bifocals, but I'd look down. I'd still wind up putting my glasses down like that to look down at it and read it because the angle wouldn't be right. So I stuck with the single vision. When I got these, they were just all jacked up. Well, Fluff, you know, I have to have a lane around to find my head. So, yeah, the frames are nice, but when we got them, they had the stems. All right, the stems were not like this. The stems were like that.
Look, they shaped them to the pumpkin or something.
Well, what they did was when they heated them up to put the lenses in, they bent this tab right here on the side, on each side, down a little bit. So it made the stems go wee, and so that had them jacked up, and they got them heated up and got them bent back enough to where they would at least fit. They got kind of a loose fit, but they're tight enough to hang on to my head. But they still just not right.
And what's sad is both pair were that way.
Yeah. Woo, $700 for hers. We ain't got health insurance either. Ever since they went with Bum Care, you pretty much have to pay out of pocket for everything anyway, but to meet your deductibles. And by the time you reach your deductible, you're into the next year working on your deductible again. So basically all you're doing is paying the insurance companies a tax. They're getting taxes through insurance. So we don't have health insurance either.
Well, Piggy's got hospitalization insurance, but
Or that Medicaid, Medicare.
Medicare.
Yeah, but it ain't worth it for us either. It ain't worth it for a lot of folks here. A lot of folks have it or have insurance of one type or another, but a lot of folks are having to pay for everything out of pocket, trying to meet their deductible. And instead of being, with families, instead of being for the whole family, it's for each one in the family. There's a deductible that has to be met. Yeah, it's terrible.
My cousin, through her husband's insurance for the family of 4, they had a $2,500 deductible. And when the Obamacare stuff went in, it went from $2,500 for a family of 4 to $10,000 a year for a family of 4. And it got to the point that they couldn't afford it either. And he has a good job, and she worked.
Yeah. I don't know how you saw a puppy dog tail wagging because
he was probably standing up while ago and tail.
Yeah, but
I saw him on there earlier. He gets right up to the corner where he's right in front of my jacket, and
barely. Okay, I can see how that might have happened.
Yeah.
It takes me a minute, folks.
Barely see it, but he gets that little tail just wagging up there.
That was the tail of a Charlie.
Yeah.
Little pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Love him to death, but he's a pain.
Yeah, he won't ask Daddy to let him out no more, though.
Yeah, I forgot about him out there. So he come around to the back door where the kitchen is. he heard Elaine in there, so he come around there and went scratching on the aluminum door outside. Elaine's like, what in the world? She opened it, and there was Charlie.
Yeah, he told on Daddy too, because I asked him, what are you doing outside?
He come walking in here and looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
When it said had Medicaid and Medicare, still had to pay $95 for bifocals. Can't even wear I use Dollar Tree glasses. Right? You know. Now 10 years prior we'd went and got me some glasses. They were great.
Yeah. Same exact place.
But their quality control and caring about the job went totally down the toilet 10 years later when I went to get these. So, what can I say?
Yeah, don't forget that Dale goes live at 7 tonight, our time, about 20 minutes for Dale's devotional.
I've been on that long already?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, we'll certainly want to be watching Dale.
Yeah.
I love his devotionals. They're really good. Oh, man. Well, I guess in that case,
Let me get this shared out.
yeah, share that out. Everybody can get Dale's link, and if they want to be there for that here in about 20 minutes. Especially my optometrist and ophthalmologist told me there is nothing wrong with those magnifying glasses. Well, Fluff, there's actually exercises you can do for the eyes that can help you get your sight back. I don't do them because I can't afford to get new glasses all the way back down. And I'm the only one that can really drive because she has a hard time seeing. So, you know.
Yeah, if I'm driving now, you're going to see Granny going down the road at 25 miles an hour.
If that.
If that.
Yeah, so I'm the one that has to drive. So I can't, in two ways, I can't afford to be doing those exercises to try to get my sight back. When I said hers is just for reading, she has to take them off to walk. Elaine's like that. She has to do it in different ways.
Yeah.
And everything. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a minute and have a little bit of have some leftovers for dinner.
Oh yeah,
something she made yesterday. It's gonna be out tomorrow on video.
No, about Friday.
Yeah, Friday?
Yeah, the nachos are out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
The spaghetti's out Friday.
The spaghetti will be out Friday. It was really good. The nachos were really good too. Yeah, I might want to watch those because that was some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have some of the spaghetti for dinner and all that, and we might do that before we get started in the Dales and have a good eat. And Joe, fix it for you if you're still in there. Just tell Ginger to be listening to that one on Friday, especially. She gets a mention because we tried some of that Italian.
That's so good.
It does not take a lot, and it is excellent.
Ours isn't rump roast, Melinda. Ours is going to be ours is pork roast. And we got some good meals out of that pork roast.
Yeah. So folks, I'm gonna get off here and get ready for whatever's next. And let y'all get on with whatever y'all got going and everything. And appreciate everybody coming, listening to short old fat man ramble on. Piggy loves you.